My lovely Sagittarians, welcome to your November 2020 reading. This is a reading for Sagittarius Sun, Rising and Moon sign. Also listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. Thank you for your support to my channel. I really appreciate that. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you would like to, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you will know when I'm posting new videos for you. What I get as I meditate on your energy, my lovely Sagittarians, is that there's newfound plans, there's new planning, new plans are being laid, there's things that you're thinking about, there's newfound plans for you. There's also with that, there is uncertainty that you're feeling. There's uncertainty that you're feeling about the changes that you're making and the changes that you're needing to make for your well-being. I get satisfaction. So there's something that's going on here that's just not working for you, and you're needing to make those changes. There's a lot of reminiscing of some a past relationship for some of you, a past relationship, someone from the past that you've been reflecting on, that you've been thinking about, that you've been reminiscing about. There's a past relationship there. Also, I want to say to you, which one of you, who's getting a headache around you? There's a headache, or there's an awful lot of brain activity. There's an awful lot of thinking that's going on around some of you. So, let me know below, who is that? What's going on? There's a lot of thinking. If there's headaches, it's tension, it's stress. It's stress that's coming in, and there's some sort of connection with a past relationship. And for some of you, it's someone that you have met in the past that's coming, that's coming back. Or someone that you've met and it's now forming into a relationship, a stronger relationship. It's interesting because at the beginning of November, there's a lot to do with relationships, reminiscing of a past relationship. Maybe regret from losing a past relationship, or if you've met someone, it's now becoming stronger in a relationship. So, it's different for each of you, but there is heart work there, there's emotional work there, there's romance, there's romantic love processing. There's romantic love processing for you. So that's what I'm getting. Let's have a look at what November holds. So you've got the 8 of coins here, and there is work around you. There is work around you. There's for some of you working late into the night. There's a lot of work there for you, and that's going to bring in financial gains. For some of you, that's some sort of study. There's some sort of new learning. There's some sort of study that is going to allow you to have a promotion, or it's going to bring in more finances for you, a bigger financial sort of basis or situation coming up around you. So that's going to be good. So there's either new learning that's going to improve your abundance or your financial situation, or there's a lot of work. You're burning the midnight oil, working late, overtime, but there is an energy exchange there. So there's an increase in finances. There's an increase in funds there as well. So that's going to be good. That is going to bring on celebration. So that to me is really positive. So that the effort that you're putting into something is going to be good for you financially, and it's going to have very, very positive results. So it's well worth the effort. Whatever comes your way as far as work or overtime or a second job, whatever it is that comes your way, it's going to be well worth the effort. It's a business that you're starting, it's well worth the effort to put in that work, to work longer hours, to really establish yourself, because that's going to be very, very successful for you. There's a lot of success that comes up around that. There's a 7 of Swords here, and what do you know what do you know, or who do you know that is not being completely honest with you? There's some sort of deception around you. There's someone that's deceiving you, someone that's not being completely honest. And I get a sense of somehow you know that on a gut level. You know who it is, and you know what's going on, and you know the severity of it. That's going to vary for each of you. For some of you, it's got to do with the heart situation. It's got to do with emotions. Someone's not doing right by you, but you know it. So whether you're still in that denial phase, but you know it. It's also about you. Are you deceiving yourself, not acknowledging some sort of situation that's going on around you and not seeing it for what it is, not seeing it with clear sight, taking off those rose-colored glasses and not thinking that it's possible? Really look at it in a practical way. What is it? Is it self-deception that you're hiding from the knowledge of that? Is it someone that is being deceiving around you and you know it, but you don't want to admit it? It's an interesting one, this one. So what's going on around you that you need to address that you're not addressing through fear, through not admitting it to yourself? There's something there that's going on around you. For some of you, yeah, I actually don't feel like it's contractual work. I don't feel like it's legal stuff. I don't feel like it's contracts. I actually feel like it's emotional stuff. It's emotional stuff that's going on around you. So there's a lot of self-denial there. There's a lot of self-denial there, which is something that you need to sort of place. This is going to be specific to some people, not everybody, obviously. It can't be all of Sagittarians, but there's some heavy stuff. For some of you, it's going to be really heavy. For some of you, it's just going to be, oh, well, you know, they're not behaving in a way that I really like. You know, what am I going to do about that? Well, I'm not going to deal with it at the moment. I'll just sweep it under the carpet and ignore it. For others of you, it's going to be more intense. You know, that's going to lead to what's going on around you, what's triggering that emotion. There's someone there that there's betrayal, there's deception, there's sadness there. There's a broken heart. There's something that's just going to impact you. I'm sorry, I have to give you what I get, my lovely Sagittarians, and I don't like delivering this sort of news, but I need to give you what I get. There's some sort of betrayal there. There's a broken heart. There's something that's going to sadden you in November. You're going to be sad about someone, and it's going to vary in intensity, but for some of you, it's a relationship. And for some of you, it's someone behaving in a manner that is not really very nice, and you're going to be very disappointed by it, a little bit hurt by it as well. So some of you, it's only going to be something that's going to hurt you, a realization of how someone's behaving. They're not behaving in a manner that is really very nice, and there's a sadness that comes with that because there's a letdown, there's a bit of a betrayal. And for some of you, it's a relationship. There's a real betrayal in a relationship and a breakdown of that relationship. But you really seeing it for what it is. I don't know if you're going to be ready to see it for what it is, and deal with it accordingly, or whether you're just going to sweep it under the carpet and pretend it doesn't exist. You know, it's going to vary for each of you. It's going to vary for each of you because your career area is working really well. It's this heart space stuff, because it's reflection here. You've been thinking about someone in the past or a love lost. That might be what's bringing up these emotions for you. Something that's already happened that's still bringing up this residual for you. And for some of you, it's something that's going to occur around in November. I'm so sorry, my lovely Sagittarians, but that's what I'm feeling for you. That's what I'm feeling for you. We move along. Actually, I'm not going to move along. I'm going to just draw out some more cards here because I don't want to leave it like that, Sagittarians. Let's have a look at what's going on. Whether it's someone else inflicting this or you're inflicting this, if you're inflicting it, it's either way. You see, you're driving this, so there's some sort of sense of knowing of what's coming, because you're sort of controlling this, you're sort of driving this as well, so you're involved in this as well. It's not something that's going to catch you by surprise. Then you will make decisions and choices from this that you're going to make. You're making those choices, you're making those decisions. You're making those choices, you're making those decisions in this relationship. So you've got control of this. So whether it's what's happening around you, but it's not going to, there's sort of a repetition of the past going up on here. There's something that's going on that's a repetition of the past. The triggers are coming up from the past, and there's some sort of cycle or repetition that's coming up here. So there's something that you're needing to work through. There's something that you're needing to work through. And this is going to resonate specifically for a few. You know, there's some triggers that are going to bring things up from the past. Bring things up from the past. It's quite a strong person that is involved in this. I feel like it's a connection, in connection with someone that's really strong, really likes to be in control, really likes to have things their way, can be quite bossy. So it's with that sort of person that you're reassessing this relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a family member, it can be a friend. But there's something that's going to come up here that is going to disappoint you, and it's going to cause you to, so let's review this. What's going on here? There's a bit of tension. So, you know, it's not necessarily a romantic relationship. I get a sense of it's just someone that it could be a family member. Someone that's significant in your life. As we move on, you've got the Four of Pentacles, Four of Coins. And so there's opportunities coming to you from overseas as well. For some of you overseas, there's opportunities coming that's going to bring in financial abundance. So there's an increase in abundance through something to do with overseas, or something to do with you know, it can also be, I feel like it's for overseas for many of you, but then there's also, it can represent new opportunities coming from overseas, but where you are living, there's new opportunities coming that are going to, it's to do with connections across the globe that is going to increase your financial abundance and work, and bring in new opportunities for you. As November proceeds, you know, this is that other stuff happens very early in November, and as it moves on, you've got the Magician. So to me, your career and your work life is going very, very well. And the Magician is, what do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? It's about you taking the reins, you controlling, and you voicing what it is you want, what it is you want to create, what it is you want to bring into your reality, what finances you want to gain, what financially is coming your way, what opportunities are coming your way. It's about you voicing it, you setting the pace, you creating that. You're going to create that future. If you have this attitude of less, that's the reality you're going to create. If you have this attitude of whatever I want, I'm going to have, you will have that. So with the Magician, you are very much creating your future, your environment. You've also got the Five of Swords. So there's going to be little hiccups along the way. You're going to have to collect your courage, collect your confidence in doing this, in overcoming anything you need to overcome. So there's going to be, through November, little situations. You know, it could be a leaky tap, it could be your car needs to be serviced, it could be, you know, all those life things get in the way. But you're going to be able to deal with even this other situation, the emotional situation. You will be able to deal with that. You will come out of it successful. You will come out of it on top. You will get the results that you're seeking. Even with creating the environment that you want, if there's little obstacles that come up around it, you'll still be able to overcome those to achieve what it is you want to achieve. Some stuff's going to come up from your past as well, for you to review, for you to look at. That can be attitudes, behaviours, situations, in your childhood that are impacting on your life now, and recognizing them. It's also about living in the now, not worrying about the future, not worrying about the past, but what is it that you're wanting now? What do you want to create now? How do you want to move on? Finding that sort of peace and tranquility in the now, rather than worrying about things that are coming up for you in the future. I feel like, Sagittarius, your reading is a bit all over the place this month. There's a whole lot of different pockets of things that need to be addressed. I feel like all these different areas are going to come up for you to tweak, to just fine tune, to rectify, to make it comfortable for you in moving forward. What is it that you want to do moving forward? What do you need to review in order to move forward? What do you need to change in your life to bring in more financial abundance so that you can move forward, so that there is more work there? There is a lot of work there for you. What are you going to take on? How are you going to create this? How are you going to structure it moving forward? This is all in your control this month. You're laying the blueprint for the rest of the year and certainly into 2021. Your 2021 yearly readings will be coming out soon, so make sure you listen to that too, to give you a projection of the whole year that's coming up for you. But you're laying the blueprint, is what I'm hearing, for the rest of this year, so December and 2021. And that's really important. So you need to review all these things and have that emotional contentment as well. Get rid of things in your life that no longer suit you. Not deceiving yourself that something is not right with a relationship or with an emotional situation, and what you can do to fix it. You're driving this. You're driving this. Okay, then you've got the Ten of Cups, and the Ten of Cups is about, you get to a point at the end of November where you've done the housekeeping, you've done the house cleaning, and you feel more content, you feel happy, you are in an environment that is safe and secure and loving and tranquil, and everything that you've wished for comes about. So it's about dealing with whatever is going on in the beginning of the month with this emotional situation. And it might have a lot to do with your childhood. It might have a lot to do with your childhood, things that you need to face. Things that you need to face in your childhood to rectify it in order to move forward and feel that satisfaction and that love and that tranquility and that peace. Because you will get there. You will get there, my lovely Sagittarians. It's an interesting reading. I hope that resonates with you, because it's sort of all over the place for me. But, you know, it doesn't have to make sense to me. It's got to make sense to you, doesn't it? So I hope that it does make sense to you. I hope that it does resonate with you. I'm going to now draw 3 cards using a second deck just to give you a summary of the month. And let's see what that has in store for you. I just want to really get some clarity here. Get some clarity. It's good. Okay, so what have we got? We've got the Father of Swords. This is the King of Swords. The King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This is someone, this is about taking control. It's about following your, not swords. Did I say swords? It's not. It's the King of Wands. It's the King of Wands, and it's about you taking control of your course of life. This is about your life's purpose. This is about your life's journey. This is about knowing when to strike on plans and ambitions and dreams that you have. Cobras really lightning fast. They strike. These situations are going to come up very quickly for you, and you need to know your answers very quickly. You need to strike quickly. This is to do with your life's purpose. This is to do with your journey. This is to do with your work. This is to do with, personal life. This is, whatever comes up for you, you need to know yes or no very quickly and strike while the iron's hot. So it's about making choices and decisions quickly when they come up for you. Because there's great success here. See, again, you've got the Three of Cups. You've got the Three of Cups here already, which speaks to me of success. Once you do this house cleaning, once you do this tidying up, then there's that's going to bring success around you. Things are going to start moving for you in the right direction. So I really like that. And it's, you know, there's love here. There's a soulmate connection here. So this is also success in a relationship as well, which is sort of contradictory to what's going on emotionally. Maybe all this emotional stuff that comes up in the beginning of November is you just reviewing where you're at and what you want and what you're hiding from and what you need to release. Because there is movement forward and success and celebration around a relationship around you. That bodes really well. There's some sort of celebration here. So, you know, it could be in the beginning of the month that you're processing all that stuff. You're clarifying your emotional state. And you've got 4 cards, so I'll give you that. And it's also about going within. Going within. So this is it. This is about looking at your emotions, looking at where you are, looking at where you want to be, and really taking time out to go within. That quiet time. Go for walks, go for swims, go for hikes, go for whatever, wherever you go, whatever you do, garden, whatever it is you do to lose yourself, cook, whatever it is you do to sort of really go within and reflect. So it's a time of reflection. And so that sort of falls into place for me because it speaks of the beginning part of this reading where you need to go within, you need to reflect, you need to allow those things that you've been hiding from to come to the fore, to float to the surface so that you can look at them. And how content are you with certain people in your life? And what are you really seeing them clearly, or are you seeing them through rose-coloured glasses? And then you create your own future. So that's interesting, Sagittarius. It's very interesting. Angels of Abundance. Let's see what they have to say. Let me see what they have to say for you. Oh, there it is. Let's have a look at what that says. Abundance mindset. Abundance mindset is a positive mindset, isn't it? It's a positive mindset. Finding that balance as well. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. That's the Magician, right? That is the Magician. And it's abundance in love, in health, in happiness, in finances. It's, you know, it's abundance in all things. It's just having a fulfilled life. And so, you know, you can work all of that out. I wish you many blessings, my lovely Sagittarians. I wish you a very prosperous, happy and smooth November. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and you can book a reading from there. Many blessings to you.